So guys, today's video we are going to make the most amazing egg fried rice recipe. You've got to give this one a go, it tastes absolutely phenomenal. Probably the best thing I've made so far. Really simple ingredients, you've probably got most of it lying around at your house. So what you're going to need is some Chinese 5 spice and a good quality sesame oil. Some light soy sauce, 3 eggs, try and get free range if you can. And then you're going to want some 1 day old rice. Make sure you boil it the day before, leave it to go cold. 2 spring onions, 1 diced carrot and some garden peas. So what we're going to do now is crack our eggs and whisk it up. I tried to be authentic and try to whisk them up with some chopsticks. Didn't really go too well for me, so use a knife or a whisk. I'm just going to add 1 pinch of Chinese 5 spice into that now. And then with whichever implement you decide to use, give those a really good whisk together to make sure that they are really well incorporated into each other. So the other vegetables, I have pre-prepped those so we don't need to worry too much about them. But I'm going to show you a trick with the green onions which is going to be absolutely amazing. So cut the ends off, turn them a little bit to a side, and what you want to do is you want to slice these at an angle. You will be surprised the difference it makes in the texture and the flavour just by doing this simple technique. Give it a go guys, honestly it's phenomenal. So to a hot pan I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we're going to put in our eggs. So basically what we're doing here is making a scrambled egg in this hot pan. Before you put them in, give them a good whisk together again just to get some air in there. So you just chuck those into a hot pan. Like I say, you're going to fry these for probably 2 to 3 minutes. They don't take too long to do, but what you want to do is get some flavour on there. Make sure they're nice and dry and thoroughly cooked through. Try and get some gnarly flavour on the outside of the colour if you can. Little bits of brown bit like that, they taste absolutely amazing. So set your egg to a side on a plate, and what we're going to do now is just get on with cooking our garden peas and our carrot. So into a hot pan again, we chuck about another tablespoon of oil. Now we're going to fry these 2 off first because we want them to soften up. These are just normal frozen garden peas that I'm using. And this is 1 whole diced carrot. So chuck those into the pan. We're going to give them a good fry for about probably 5 minutes in total, but for the first 3 minutes just give them a good fry. Then you want to add in your spring onion. We'll continue to cook that for another 2 minutes afterwards just to make sure that the carrot is nice and soft. You don't really want crunchy bits of carrot in your rice, unless of course you do, then in that case you don't need to cook it for quite so long. So once our veggies are cooking off, now we're going to add our rice. Again guys, it is so important that you use cold rice for this. If you were to use a fresh rice that you've just cooked now, it would go all mushy, horrible, and it just wouldn't be nice at all. So cook it safely, use day old rice and put it straight in the refrigerator. I add half a teaspoon of 5 spice in there now. Now you can add more if you like or less, but I think half a teaspoon is absolutely perfect. Once you've put that in, just make sure in between each step you give it a good stir up to make sure that all the rice is coated in the flavours that you're putting in. Now you want a good teaspoon of your really good quality sesame oil. That just elevates it to a whole new level, new flavour. Then we just put our egg back in again. You only want to cook it for a couple of minutes now. All you want to do really is just make sure that your egg is heated back through again and it goes nice and hot. Then you're just going to add about a tablespoon of light soy sauce. Again, you could add a little bit more if you like or a little bit less, it's entirely up to your flavour preference. So now all that's left to do just for another minute is just cook it all off just to make sure that every single grain of rice is covered individually with that beautiful soy sauce mixture. And that really is how to make the most simplest, delicious egg fried rice. I've done loads of Chinese recipes and this rice will go absolutely amazing with either one of them. Thank you so much for watching guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, share this video, and please subscribe to my channel to become part of the family. Hit the bell notification to be notified every time I make a new video, and I'll see you guys in my next video.